MicroStrategy is holding a so-called secret Bitcoin conference. It's actually not that secret, it's quite public. I actually linked it up down below. But what I want to discuss here is what's the content of this conference and who's the target audience? What's going to be discussed in there? Because obviously it is about S&P 500 companies and CEOs and how they can get involved in Bitcoin. So I want to kind of discuss all those things. I want to give you a bit of the upsides of something like this. What's the criticism? And then I want to give you a bit of my opinion. What might this be doing to the Bitcoin price? So with this, a lot of fun in today's video. Hey and welcome to today's video. My name is Julian. On my channel, it's all about making you crypto fit. I discuss the beautiful world of decentralization, blockchain, cryptocurrencies, most of all Bitcoin. And today it's actually exactly on that spot on topic. If you're new to the channel and you're interested in those things, and you should be because, well, these things are gonna change the world at the moment, you wanna click the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss any of the content here. And if you are returning, welcome back. It's always awesome to have you back. Please consider leaving a like and supporting the channel and supporting the Bitcoin price. Obviously, the more people see this, hopefully, the more bullish everyone is for the entire ecosystem. So with this, let's dive into the topic. I've linked up below a conference that Michael Saylor, the CEO from MicroStrategy, has put together on February 3rd. So today, exactly in a week. And it's targeted towards CEOs of large companies. Now, if you don't know, Michael Saylor is the CEO of MicroStrategy, and he bought a lot of Bitcoins, actually over $1 billion worth of Bitcoins with company funds, and he put them onto the balance sheet of MicroStrategy. It's a publicly listed company in the US, multi-billion-dollar company, and he even raised hundreds of millions of dollars specifically to actually buy Bitcoins, and a lot of people did so. And now he's putting together a conference that, kind of explains to people 5 things. And it explains these actually targeted towards business owners, targeted towards CEOs. And those 5 things, on the very first is, why Bitcoin? How does it function in the entire macroeconomic system at the moment? So I assume he's going to be talking about the money printing, the devaluation of fiat. So I think he goes into just the general kind of why Bitcoin idea here. The second thing he's going to talk is, how does this make sense from your company perspective? And I've heard him talk a lot about those topics. So he's probably going to discuss how you can actually use your company funds. He's probably also going to discuss how the downside for the investor is basically your company, but the upside could be Bitcoin going 5x or 20x. So that's kind of the strategy part. Then obviously he's going to talk about legal. He's probably going to have some people in his company come in to talk about this. He's definitely going to have to talk about the entire operation. So how did he do it? What kind of avenues did he use? Did he use OTC or did he use exchanges? So he will definitely talk about that. And the last part, he will talk about the accounting. So how does this work from a financial perspective, internally, bookkeeping, and so on. So just looking on the website, this would be the kind of overview. So personally, I'm not expecting anything that's new or anything surprising. I don't expect any revelations of things that he hasn't spoken about already. I think it's just more of a concise kind of meeting and a concise kind of presentation on, for basically a specific target audience. I think you can sign up as well. You can just go there, and I think you have to fill in your details, and you probably can watch. If you're interested, again, I have the link down below. So that's kind of the content. And, what I want to discuss now is actually, criticism of that, the strength of that, and my opinion on Bitcoin price. So let's start with the criticism. A lot of critics at the moment kind of call him a pump and dump schemer, right? Again, this is not in a crypto ecosystem. This is if you talk to, obviously non-Bitcoin holders, if you talk to people who are critical of Bitcoin. these people actually kind of say, look, this is exactly what I'm saying. There's no inherent value in Bitcoin. But what this person is basically doing, he's buying $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, and now he's pumping it by kind of spreading the word so he can dump it onto these people. And that's what a lot of the critics kind of say. And you can let me know in the comments if you actually agree with those, well, obviously critical people of Bitcoin. And look, there is some valid criticism on that, right? There's a huge discussion. What's the value of a coin, just like the value of gold? Obviously, what he is doing, and he mentioned this over and over again, is the more people do this, the more people spread the word, the higher the price will go. And obviously, there's a lot of people who call this a Ponzi scheme, a lot of people who call this scammy. So that's a bit of the criticism in all this. Obviously, the positive side is, well, isn't that what pretty much anything is about that kind of builds a community? And to me, considering, right, when I learned about Bitcoin, I really looked up to the Winklevoss brothers, because to me, that's what they did very early on. And in 2014, 2015, that's what I did in the German-speaking markets. And I believe probably close to 99%, or the majority of people in the German-speaking markets, learned a lot about crypto through my free content, through my books, through all the stuff that I put out there. And obviously it is a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? I think Bitcoin has some of the most aggressive and some of the best marketing that's out there. And I know many people are not gonna agree with this because they don't really understand what marketing is. But marketing is extremely powerful, especially in Bitcoin. And it is a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? And I think you need to spread the word. And at the end, that's what we're all doing. And he just does it, in my opinion, on a different level. Now, the key point is this. This doesn't make it a pump and dump scheme. This just makes it what pretty much anyone else is doing when you are very convinced about something. You spread the word. So I don't see this as a negative. I see this as the very normal consequence. And yeah, so that's at least my opinion. So you can let me know what you think. And I assume, obviously, you watching this, you probably see this a bit more positive, just like myself. And not on the critical side, but I just wanted to highlight that. Yeah, so that's kind of the pro and con to all that. Okay, so what's this gonna mean for the Bitcoin price? Obviously, I hope, right, there will be people watching who will then follow this strategy, right, who will understand why Bitcoin, who will understand the power behind it, who will learn how to do this, how to put this on the balance sheet, how to do this from a legal and accounting perspective. And if it's just a few CEOs, right, a few business owners, obviously that can have some impact. But I also want to say that because they will not just go on an exchange and put in a market order, I don't expect the price to pump right away. So I wouldn't buy on February 2nd expecting that on February 4th, Bitcoin went up 50%. I see this more as a very long-term kind of game plan. And so that's just what I see. So is this a bullish thing? Of course, but mid to long term, not short term. But again, maybe you have a different opinion. And yeah, I'm happy if you let me know. So would be quite curious to get your input on that. So yeah, that's a bit of the secret conference that Michael Saylor is putting together with the content, with the criticism, and well, with all the pros and cons to that, and with my personal opinion. Let me know what you think. If you love this kind of content, rational numbers, data, facts, analysis of crypto, then you want to subscribe, click the bell icon, stay tuned. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and then I'll see you next time around. With this, all the best, stay safe, good decision making. Yours truly, Julian. Bye-bye.